Hello and welcome to our Facebook Live today. Apologies for being a little bit late. I forget that I have a Zoom meeting in the afternoon on a Tuesday, and the settings of Zoom upset the settings for the rest of my setup for Facebook. So I go to get set up on Facebook and it won't connect to that camera for some particular reason. I have no idea why, and I always forget this every Tuesday, which is why you might notice I'm late every Tuesday. So apologies for that. So I hope everybody is well. Today we are continuing on with one of our all-inclusive kits, and this one is one that is in the January to June catalogue, and we started it yesterday and made these cards that you can see here. So these two little ones and then this one here, and today what I want to do is do another in the series and then also do a stamped card just using the stamp set, not using the components. So to show you that once you've finished making the cards as is, you can carry on and make different cards, more cards, etc. So let me find myself on my phone so I can see any comments that you have. Obviously, if you're joining us live, feel free to add a comment. Let me know that you're here and then I can acknowledge you. Hi Carol. Oh, hi Jeanette. Glad you enjoyed it. Jeanette received a card that I sent. Hi lovely Lily. Oh, I'm clashing with the Prime Minister. Oh dear. I dread to think what he's got to say. There was some note about pubs and restaurants being closed till July or something, but hey ho. I'll bring a little bit of happiness. The Prime Minister can do all the not so nice words. So let us see. So this is the kit, and these were the cards that we made yesterday. So we're just using the components of the kit. I did change colours for my cards, which are here. So I've used Melon Mambo on that one. This one here, I used some of the bronze cord. And on this one here, I literally just stamped the sentiment and added a few sequins. Just like that. So I'm going to do another one, and I think I showed you this one yesterday. I can't exactly remember. I think I did. And this card is made out of the vellum pieces that are included in the kit here. Whoops daisy. So you get 3 sheets of these vellum pieces. And basically what I've done for this particular card, and this is our standard note card, is I've taken one of these and coloured in the panel from the back. So I'll just show you on this one and then I'll get cracking with what I had planned, just so you can see how it's used. And while I'm here, let me just grab the card ready. So all of the cards have beautifully matched envelopes with lovely stripes and things on it. So for this particular card, all I did was I took the vellum piece, it's got the sort of copper foiling on the front, I turned it over and then I used my blends pens on the reverse. And if you use the blends pens, then it will dry much quicker on the vellum. You can use Stampin' Write markers, okay, but you just need to give it a little bit of time for it to dry. And then all I did was colour in from the reverse and just being careful not to go too far over the line onto the next panel. Okay, but you can go over the line a little bit, which makes it very forgiving. In multiple colours. I'll just do a couple, I won't do the whole thing. Oh good, I couldn't remember if I'd shown it yesterday. I know it was only yesterday. Dear dear. So this is dark Rococo Rose. So say just using the blends pen. Oops, daisy. And funny enough, this little size of panel obviously fits the tall thin little cards, and Stampin' Up did have some cards that are that size, and I'm pretty sure I've got some still, so I'll probably use this on those. So you can see the effect of colouring in from the reverse, and if you colour in from the back you don't have to worry about it showing any of the joins between the colours. So you could do multiple colours, you could do just 2 or 3 colours and do it right the way through. Let's just add a couple while I'm here. Let's add in a yellow. So while we're ignoring what the Prime Minister has to say, how are we doing? Carol, Jeanette and Lynn. Oops, nearly did it on the wrong side then. So Lynn, I wonder how your dad is this afternoon. I know I caught up with you earlier on. There we go. Let's do another one here. If anybody's watching the Prime Minister at the same time, hi Joe, let me know. Let me know what I need to know. If not, I'll catch up with him afterwards. And let's just pick up another colour here. Light rich raspberry. Oh, let's try a green. So this is dark mossy meadow. It might be, I don't know if it's too dark or not, we'll have a look and see. So literally just going over there. Oh, that's good. And Joe, how did you get on at the dentist? I hope you were okay and not in too much pain. I seem to remember it's you've got your daughter to thank for landing you at the dentist again. Which reminds me, I must book my dental appointment that obviously got cancelled from last March time. So there we go. You can fill in as much of that as you would like and then mount it onto your card. You can of course leave it plain and uncoloured and just use it as a backing. But there we go. So what I did with this particular one is I did all the colouring in and then I stamped just a little note on the inside. So this stamp set is the one that comes with the pack. Let me just show that to you. This is the stamped variation. Get those pens out of the way. So we've got just a little note, thank you, hello dear friend. That's the name of the kit and a day to remember. And then we have the cutest little, oh bless you Joe, little rosebuds, flowers that we're going to use today. So let us have a look. So the one card that I haven't used is this one here, and by the way, to adhere this onto a card, all I did on this one was use glue dots in the corners, which you just can't see. They're well hidden. Alright, so don't, sometimes people worry about how to attach vellum, so yeah, just some glue dots. So it looks lovely on the front, not quite so much from the back, but that's why you fill it in from the back, and you'll get a lovely stained glass effect. Okay, so this is one of the cards that we have here. Let me just fold this over. Here's my bone folder. Baileys would definitely help. Bless you, Joe. I think having a dentist appointment and feeling miserable is, you know, sort of go hand in hand, don't they, I'm afraid. Unfortunately. Okay, so this card could go portrait or landscape, whichever you prefer. And the sample that they give, I just bring out the instructions, which are here. So they're photographic instructions, and the sample they give here is using this card and then that stained glass panel behind it, and then a couple of the flowers. Now I just don't want to cover up all of these here, so I'm not going to use that stained glass element behind it. I'm just going to add some flowers and things to that design. And the sentiment they've used, "You make my heart smile," is, oh no, I didn't stamp that one. I'm losing the plot, girls. So let me just get out a few flowers and things. So the kit includes dimensionals as well as all of these die cuts ready for stamping. And I tend to recommend leaving the die cuts in place until you've stamped them, because they're a lot easier to deal with. That's one of the sheets of cards, and I seem to have mislaid the stamp set, which was only here. Sorry everybody, I thought I put it away. Right, let me look carefully through my box. I've definitely lost the plot today then. Alright. Well, I've got this one. I have got my just a little note, but I don't know what I have done with the others, because I literally had them right in front of me earlier on. Okay. Which is a shame, because I wanted to do the little flowers. So talk amongst yourselves while I find the stamp set. I did move some stuff over, maybe it's in there. Well, that is so strange. I think I need some of your Baileys. Joe, see if I can find the stamps. Here they are. I obviously put something on top of them for some bizarre reason. Okay, so "You make my heart smile." I don't know why I didn't even stamp that on here. Hey ho. Okay. Now I'm feeling a bit better. Now I can find everything. So, "You make my heart smile" goes on this long one here, as does "A Day to Remember." I know you can't really read that one. And then just a little note actually will fit on there, and it will fit on this one as well. Okay, so it just depends on the look. Lynn's got one G and T to go. That's useful, isn't it? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a variation on this one, but without the backing. So I'm using some different flowers. I also do like this one. hello dear friend. So we'll see. And I'm actually going to use just a little note, because for me that will be more useful than you make my heart smile, because just a little note can be used for that many more things. So what I'm going to do is just pop that block on there, and I think I'm going to do that in what colour? I might just do it in early espresso, just because I can. So I do recommend leaving the pieces in their panel like that to stamp. You could take out the die cuts of the flowers and organise those if you wanted to, but I do prefer, because you've got something to sort of hold on to. Okay, so just a little note. There we go. And I'm actually going to stamp, so it's a bit too big for that, but I'm going to stamp a long thin one as well while I'm here. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's bringing this down a little bit close to me, sorry. Keep that out of the way. There we go. Yeah, it just fits those, both of those sizes really nicely, doesn't it? Okay, so I can pop those out, decide which one I'm going to use for this session. Might do one with that and one with that. So if I take this card here, what I can do is take some of the flowers. So these just literally pop out. You don't need any scissors or anything. And they're very cleverly laser cut so that they don't leave. Sometimes you get a lot of edge marks where it's connected. So there's a very small amount, which if it really annoys you, you could just use an emery board to get rid of. But they're so small that they're really not noticeable. Sometimes when you buy die cuts on a sheet, the connecting pieces are really obvious. Okay, so let's just do, I'll do that one and that one. Let's add a little bit of greenery from the greenery one. So this kit comes with dimensionals and glue dots, so you don't actually need any glue at all to be able to use this. So I'm thinking something like that. And then with the flowers popped up, I can add a yellow one on, or down here in the corner, or maybe just in there, look like that. That's my plan. In fact, I could do it without that, so that you get to see the flowers a little bit more, like so. What do we think, folks? Does that look all right? So I'm going to put that one underneath. Okay, so this is the front, making sure I've got it the right way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one down first, just with a little bit of glue. Stick that in. So a little bit of wet glue, like that, just so it's into that corner. And then I'm going to pop these up on dimensionals like that. That's my plan. grab the dimensionals from the pack. I'm struggling a little bit today because I pulled a muscle in my shoulder, so my left hand isn't operating quite as well as it should. So I apologise for that. So I'm thinking this one here and this one there like that, and then I might add the yellow one on top. There we go. So nice and easy. This would be a great kit for inexperienced crafters, experienced crafters, because you could do your own thing with it, but also a good one for youngsters because it has the block and the stamp set and a small ink pad, and then everything you need really. So I'm just thinking, pop that down there. So I'm just going to put my dimensional in that bottom left hand corner like so, and a bit of glue on the right hand side. The answer is I don't actually know how I did it. I think I did it searching for my missing die that is still missing, reaching underneath something just to sort of pull it out and have a look. Other than that, I really don't remember. And I know it'll be, you know, improving by tomorrow. These things do, don't they? But it's very frustrating trying to get dressed. That's for sure. So I'm thinking pop that there, but adding a little bit of the twine underneath. So this is lovely bronze copper twine. It's like a cord actually rather than a twine. So let's just, it's one of 3 loops really at the most. Like that. Pop that back in the box. And then I can either put it on the back of here, or I can put it straight down to my place here. So I think I quite like it layered underneath there, and then have the thread at the back. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue down here, and I'm actually going to use Terran tape because I've run out of seal, waiting for my delivery, which is due hopefully Friday or Monday. Don't quote me on that. So just going to stick my fingers to that, like so. Might have had a little bit more twine than I needed. Let's have a look. There we go. They're almost like little petals, aren't they? Just trim that little bit off. And what I'm going to do is pop my dimensional, just make sure that's still fitting. I'm going to put one there to hold that in place, and one here. And then I'm going to add one on this bottom corner, so that I'm holding this in place. So let's peel those off, which are done. So it gives me the opportunity to tuck that in, and making sure that I've got that fairly straight. Place that down. There we go. So there's our just a little note card. Okay, like so. Now what I'm going to do is, I just want to do one more, and then I'm going to do a little stamped one just to show you. I want to do the Hello Dear Friend one that they've got. So just folding this back. So this kit makes 12 cards as is, and I'm going to show you how to expand the use of that shortly. So this one here has a yellow flower at the base, some little leaves, one on either side, like so, and then I'm just going to use this just a little note to go in there, like so, but the yellow flower is going to be on the top. Okay, so this is one that they've got in the instructions here. They've used Hello Dear Friend, and I'm just going to use that one that I've already stamped, just a little note. So let's pop these down with a little bit of glue. It's nice, quite thick card here. Let's pop one there. And one on the right hand side. Yes, the yellow flower will go over the top. That's the plan. Like so. And then this one's going to go there, and then my flower in the middle. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals under there. Sorry, conscious that I've moved off the bottom of the screen a little bit. So I just think this is, you know, really pretty spring-like design. There we go. So just a little note. Like so. I'm going to put one in the middle. And then, ooh, it's a bit tight for space, isn't it? I might need a smaller one. So I didn't think about that when I did it. So, yeah, just a little note. So what I'm going to do is put a small piece of dimensional at the bottom, and then let the other one sit on that white panel. And then obviously we can add some bling to that. There we go. There we are. Cute. Right, put those components back. So there we go, this is the two I've just made now from the kit. Oh, sorry, realise you can't see that. So what I'm going to do now is do a little bit of stamping. So I have, these are the envelopes that match. But in my stash I have these small Memories and More cards and envelopes. And I think they're from the pack that has, no, these are small, separate small ones. So what I thought I would do is fold this in half at first, and it's already got the score on it, like so. And then I'm going to cut a smaller piece of card and do some stamping of this lovely flower image, which is why I needed to find the stamps, and put that on the top. So let me just measure this. This is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut a piece of card 4 inches by 3 inches. That will give me a little border all the way around. And I had a piece which has gone AWOL. Let me grab another piece of white, sorry. There we go. So 4 by 3 I said, didn't I? So, well, that will work. So I'm going to cut that 3 inches there. And then 4 inches that way, like so. And then what I'm going to do is stamp this cute little flower across the bottom and the top to create a little border. So I'm going to stamp the stem first while you decide what colour I should do the flowers. Okay, I had some small blocks. Right, so this has got the stalk and a couple of leaves. So I'm going to do that in Pear Pizzazz. And remember, this layer is going to go on top of the card. So let me move this up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So Pear Pizzazz for the stalk. I'm just sort of angling them like so, like that. Let's do one on the other end. So I know Carol is going to say orange, of course. Okay, phew, that's good. Well, it's not good. 100,000 is just not good, is it? Okay, so I've got top and bottom, and Carol would like orange. So, in the absence of anybody else, orange it will be. So I've got pumpkin pie. Not quite sure how much ink I've got in this one. Let's have a look and see. So I'll just stamp it here for you to see. Oh, yes. So when you stamp the flower, it's got a point and then little breaks at the top where the petals are, like so. I hope you can see that. So this is quite a distinctive stamp, so it's really nice if you have not too much ink. You could do them all different colour. Yes, you're quite right. This really suits not too much ink on your block, because then you get to see the detail. Isn't that pretty? As I say, I love this stamp set. I love the fonts of the text, and it's just sometimes the simplest stamps but you can do a lot with, isn't it? There we go. There we are. Is that cute or is that cute? So I could actually use, let's have a look and see. I could actually potentially put that in the middle and stamp a little rosebud on either side, or I could just stamp just a little note in the middle. I think I'm going to go do that because it's slightly different white. So this is like the new basic white, it's a real crisp white. So I'm just going to stamp in the centre there instead. And I'm going to use just a little note because it's a nice size and it's a useful sentiment as well. So I better stamp the other sentiment on here, otherwise I'll wonder where it's gone. So this little set here I shall keep with the stamps, because when I've done all of the cards and sent those, then I'll keep the stamps and the little sample together. So just a little note. I could stamp that in pumpkin pie, but I know there's not much pumpkin pie in my ink. So the question is, do I put a little flower either side, or maybe I'll look for some bling? Let's look for some bling to do that. Alright, so you move this out of the way, find my little card. So that's just going to go onto there like that, and actually I'm going to stamp them on the inside as well across the bottom. Why not? Just because I've put the ink pads away. And for my envelope as well while I'm here. Sorry, this looks rather a mess on here today. Let me move these out of the way that I did yesterday. It's all rather encroaching, isn't it? Actually, what you can see is not quite as bad as what I can see. So that's good. Right, it's an eyelash in the way. Here we go. I blame the pain. Okay. So this is the base of my card. So I'm just going to repeat that. Just angling these slightly differently, sort of left and right, like so. Just so it doesn't look quite as uniform. Put only one there. Let's do the same on the, let's do the back of the envelope. This one. So I'm going a little bit mad with this. Hey ho. Voila. One on the front as well. So I'm just angling it every time so that the bottom of the stalk is always off the bottom of the card or the envelope, and then it looks a little bit more natural that way. Okay, and here for our pumpkin pie. So again, if you just have a look at the shape, there's like a little point, and then where the leaves are, and all of that colouring is inbuilt. There we go. So sweet. There we are. There's the envelope all done and decorated, and then this will be the inside of our card. I could have stamped straight onto the card if I wanted to. But I quite like the white on white look. And also then if you make a mess of it, you can just turn the piece of card over rather than throwing away the whole card. So this is going to go onto there. I could put a little layer of pumpkin pie behind it. What do you think? I quite like it as it is. Cassie says she likes it like it is. That's good enough for me. Right. Grab the dimensionals again. Right here. Oh, one in the middle. You can see the paper pumpkin layer, pumpkin pie layer. Let me grab you a piece, see what you think. It's an offcut. What do you think? I'll let you decide. With or without? Very thin layer. Okay, very thin layer we can do. So what I'll do is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. I think. So sorry if this is just off. Oh, Joe says with 2. Yes. Yes, don't cut it that way, Danny, when it's a small piece. Dear, dear. Luckily I have another piece here. Right. Just going to chop that edge off there. Right, 3 1/8. By 4 1/8. That's Linda calling. There we go. Let me just see if that will work, which it does. Okay, so I've got a very fine line, like so. Take those off. It does make it pop. Right. There we go. So a fine layer of pumpkin pie, like that. There we go. And then I'll apply that with some wet glue. like that. Pop that on there, and then adding a little bit of bling to finish it off. There we go. So there's the card and envelope, and I'm pretty sure in my bling box I have some pumpkin pie sequins. I'm just scanning my desk looking for the box. Which has, hello Patsy, completely disappeared. So, after my live, I will add a little bit of bling to this. So I have got some pumpkin pie sequins, which I think would look nice on there. Thank you, Jeanette. So there's our non-kit card. And then these are the two that I've made with the kit today. And obviously you could add some bling to those as well, if you wished. So there we are. Any questions on what I've done today, ladies? Thank you so much for joining me. Obviously, if you've joined me on replay or YouTube and you've got any questions, feel free to just comment on the video, and I will get back to you. And if not, all that remains is for me to say thank you so much for watching. I look forward to crafting with you again tomorrow. So tomorrow I shall be here at 10 AM, all being well. So I think I've finished with this kit for now, and I know what I plan to do for tomorrow, but my plans are slightly changed because of my shoulder. So I'll think again this evening and come back and see you tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me. Oh, excuse me, now I've gone hoarse. Please look after yourselves and your loved ones. If you're part of my team, and then we've got a business chat this evening at 7:30. And for everybody else, I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. And I shall be back here tomorrow at 10 AM UK time. Thank you so much for watching today. Stay safe and look after yourselves and your loved ones. Give them an extra hug from me today. And take care, and I hope you keep crafting. Thank you so much. Bye bye.